Oh, we're live and I'm not even ready.
It's fine. We don't need to be ready. We're
No
we're
one's
live.
listening right now, so
Nah, no one's listening. It'll be fine. You can just talk about whatever you want, Scott.
no.
Whatever you want.
Well, I got a couple. I'm like getting stuff lined up for later because I'm gonna talk about what I want.
You're gonna highlight all the events tonight, Scott Sykora.
So many events that hopefully I have enough highlighters here.
I don't know. We'll find out. If you have a whole bucket of highlighters, or just one highlighter, or just
cup?
however many, a whole cup. Cup runneth over of highlighters.
Runneth over.
Runneth
So,
over.
should I tell you who's on the show tonight?
Okay, let's go.
So tonight, on another exciting episode of Talking Beards, we are going to be talking about the Hoosier or Hoosier. I don't know these people and the way they spell things. But we're talking about the Hoosier Beard Alliance Charity Bowling Bash. And our guests are going to be Christopher and Corey Wilson, which this is really exciting. And their volleyball is going to be here. I don't get it. But yeah, so make sure everyone tunes in tonight. Follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Go over and watch us live over at talkingbeards.com. And we are ready to kick this show off now, Aaron. Do it. Do it.
Oh, hey, what's going on, everybody, in Talking Beards world? Tonight is episode number 220 of the live show. This is episode number 298 of the podcast. Tonight, we have the Wilsons on the show from home improvement fame and volleyball fame and whatever else that the Wilsons are famous for. They're famous for it, but now tonight they're going to talk about their bowling event that's happening up there in Jasper, Indiana, the Hoosier Beard Alliance Charity Bowling Bash. It's a lot of B's in there, I think, but yeah, we're going to talk about that event and whatever else that the Wilsons want to talk about. So yeah, I'm Aaron D. Johnston. I'm over here, and I'm on location in Vegas now, so we're on our way to the Reno Best in the West Beard Festival, and we wanted to stop off and sit here for a little bit, so we're sitting here. Scott Sykora, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful, and I'm Scott Sykora. You can find me on all the wonderful social medias as you see at Scott Sykora. But you can go check us out over talkingbeards.com. We are currently live over there right now. If you are interested in joining our chat, as you can see, Andrea Glander, we have Kyle here, we have Mike, we got Andrew just popped in. But if you want to join the chat room, you can do it either via Facebook or YouTube. So either go to the Talking Beards Facebook page or the Talking Beards YouTube page. Subscribe, like us, follow us, hit that bell, smash, all those fun things.
Smash that bell.
Gotta smash it. And yeah, so then you can join in the chat room. But if you don't want to participate in the chat room, you just want to sit back and watch the show, talkingbeards.com is the place to be.
Or you could just sit back anywhere and watch it and just not comment as well, Scott Sykora.
I know.
You don't have to just go to the website if you don't want to comment. You could not comment here all you want. But we encourage you to comment, because then we know you're watching the show, and then we can be like, oh, hey, Andrew Glander, thanks for being on the show. You're chatting with us like that. So if you want us to do that with your name, then comment, and then we'll do that.
Yeah. That's what I said. But we also don't want you to forget about this.
What? Oh my God.
Go over to honestamish.com and make sure you guys use the promo code Talking Beards, all one word. You'll get 15% off your order. So if you want to order some beard oil, like a couple bottles of it, and if by some chance it ends up being over $35, you're going to get free shipping domestically in the United States of America.
There you go.
That's correct.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That is pretty accurate.
That's the accuracy is wonderful on that. And also don't forget to go over to thebeardcalendar.com to submit your event to be on the world famous beard calendar. There we're going to tell you all about all the different beard and mustache charity events that are going on worldwide. And we're going to highlight your event.
There it is. There's the highlight of the event.
There it is, that highlighted event. We love highlighting events.
We do. Look at it. It's right there. It's highlighted. It's perfect. But yeah, like Scott said, thebeardcalendar.com. There's not a lot going on in July. There may be a couple events that I don't know about. So please,
we'll highlight
them. But please, if you have an event coming up, go to thebeardcalendar.com and click on there, wherever it's like, send me a message or whatever. Do that and put the information in there, and I'll get it added eventually. Just like that.
I'm a robot.
Like Scott. I'm a robot. That's what it says, I think. There's chat bots that go out in that thing. So if you get a chat bot response, I'm sorry. I don't know how to turn it off. I'm not a computer engineer, Scott Sykora.
Maybe you should put something sexy on. That'll turn anyone off.
Yeah. Oh, Brantley says, you guys have a show. Yes, we do.
When did that happen?
It's new, but Barefoot Brains commented. That's good. Jeff Harris commented. The Bearded Piper reviews is Honest Amish is good stuff. Thank you very much, Peter Piper.
Speaking of the Bearded Piper reviews, make sure you go over to YouTube and subscribe to his page. I went and did that this weekend, and I checked out. He posted his first review this weekend. I don't remember which one it was for, but it was very good. Make sure you go over and check it out, and he's going to tell you what kind of good oils to check out. So.
All the good oils. Well, I mean, most importantly, just use Honest Amish. Everybody knows that. I mean, you can go try the other ones, but you'll come back. You'll come back.
Did you see this? T-Had's here. Ooh, he says, hello, everyone.
And he's screaming it. T-Had screamed it. Look at all those exclamation points.
And, Steven Eldorado, of course, always. No comment.
Yeah, and Steven will be in Wichita, Kansas this upcoming weekend. So, what's going on?
You're in trouble. Big Whisker Revival. Barefoot says he didn't find it on the beard calendar.
I would say probably look again, Josh Barefoot Brains, unless something happened and it got deleted. But I know for a fact it was definitely on there.
Artificial intelligence.
Scott broke it probably.
I don't have access to anything on that, and that's probably a good thing. Well, I don't know, because it could be a good thing and a bad thing. Like, I'd probably add way too much stuff onto it because, like Aaron said, like his whole strategy with the website is as plain and as simple as possible. So
yeah, and that's it. That's the point of the website. I'm like trying to make it as simple as possible. No, lights, camera, and action. But Scott Sykora gets involved. There'll be all the lights, camera, action on the beard calendar for sure. And
that's for sure true, because then my participation and what I give to it is
there you go.
We do the video once a month for each of the things, so we can elaborate a little bit more. So if you guys are even looking for just the June competitions, go over to our Talking Beards YouTube page, look for the June beard calendar, and we talk about all of the different events going on in the month of June for 2023. And it elaborates way more than what you're going to find on thebeardcalendar.com. So that's my contribution.
Thebeardcalendar.com just has the bare minimum on there, but it's a list. But the July one will be super easy because there's only like 3 things.
We should see if we can make a 2-hour-long episode about it.
About those 3 competitions. And one of them we have 0 information about. So it should be fine. Yeah, it'll go good. We could probably get 2.5 hours out of it, I think.
I love this.
Tune in.
Highlight a lot of events that month.
We're gonna have to like extra highlight them to stretch this.
Break out my pink and purple highlighters.
All of them. Oh my gosh, what else is going on? I don't know. You mentioned earlier. We can talk about this. Nico went for a run for the first time.
Yeah, Nico's now
Right.
a running dog, apparently. Well, as everyone knows, in the state of Texas, it is currently 263 degrees Fahrenheit. I mean, there's no way of beating around the bush with that because that's only 263 degrees Fahrenheit. That's not the real feel. It's like the real feel is 438.
Dude,
So
I can contest. I think that's the right word because
no,
it's
you
not.
can
Well, I will.
attest.
Is that it?
Yeah, because you're
Oh,
contesting
attest.
is like it's not
That
that
makes more
hot.
sense. Anyway, I will agree with Scott about the temperature of Texas because we left South Carolina. It was like 80, and we got to Texas and got out of the car, and it about knocked us in the face. And this is freaking hot down there. Y'all are doing it this summer. It is so hot.
Yeah, and the best part is like I think it was Friday. It was 3:00, and I'm out in the direct sunlight, and like I'm beyond sweating at this point. It's like literally just evaporating off of me, and I was like, man, I'm done. Like, and it like literally wiped me out for almost the whole entire weekend. It was just like, but I did drink in a matter of, I think it was a matter of 4 hours. I had 108 ounces of water, so that was pretty good. So I wasn't dehydrated, and I've been using those liquid IVs, which are really good for you. They're
Is
just
that
like
the
a
thing you
powder.
mix into the water?
Yeah.
How do you like those?
So far so good. I mean, I bought a small box of them, just to kind of, yes, that's right, Patrick. Yeah. I so far so good with them. I mean, they taste all right. They don't taste weird or anything, but I dilute them out more than what they suggest. So they suggest like 12 to 16 ounces of water, and I'm mixing them with 32. So
Are you getting 9.5% pH?
oh, I'm pH balanced, yes, like a woman.
Okay, like a woman, yeah. Because we've noticed that that's the hot new advertising gimmick on a lot of waters is 9.5 pH. I guess that's good. I don't know. We've definitely noticed it here lately. I've never noticed it before, and now that we've noticed it, we see it everywhere. 9.5 pH, Scott Sykora. That's perfect hydration, I think. I don't know.
But yeah,
Now
so now
what?
Nico, but anyways, the whole point of the story was Nico went for his first run today and he loved it. So now he's going to be a running dog.
So are you going to run with him?
No, I
Is
don't
that gonna-
run. Running
I know, but
sucks.
this could be y'all's new thing. You and Nico could run marathons together.
No, we can't. I don't run.
But you could. You have the technology. You have legs.
You're right. I do. I do have technology.
Patrick said that there's a lot of sugar in those liquid IVs.
Is there, Patrick?
It says it right here on the internet. He is a world champion, Scott Sykora. Whatever he says goes. So there's a lot of sugar in those IVs.
How much sugar is in this? Total sugar, 10 grams.
10 grams. That doesn't even sound like a lot.
No, like when I think of a lot of sugar, I think of like 1.3 million grams.
I know.
Like this is like virtually nothing.
Basically nothing. Patrick, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you don't.
Gosh. Yeah. Get back to work.
I'm trying to look for pH.
Yeah, what's your pH balance?
Doesn't say. I can't see.
9.5 pHs. I knew it.
I don't know, but there's formulas on here with pictures and like quality H2O. That's the only one I know. So anyways, enough about the, oh my gosh, look at, this is so meta behind us. Do you see what's going on down there?
What are they doing?
This is going to be fun.
Oh no. I don't think their technology is going too well. We're going to find out.
They're frozen. This is great.
Both screens are frozen. Oh, so, here we go. Patrick says, I do need to get back to work.
I'm a world champion. I got to get back to work.
Ooh, my name's Patrick Dawson. Look at me. I'm working.
I'm working because I'm a world champion.
All right, Patrick Dawson, you're down the street from me. So, hey.
Are you going to go see him?
So I'm going to try. We talked a little bit last night, and he said he was working like crazy long hours all week. So, well, if we see him, it'll probably be pretty much in passing. But we're going to try. We're here till Friday morning. Andrew gets here Thursday. And then Thursday night, we're going to go see RuPaul's Drag Race, Scott Sykora.
How many electrolytes? 9.
9 electrolytes. All right. I think the Wilsons are working on it.
Oh my gosh. Well, then why they're working on it? Why don't you, what about you? Tell me about your, like, I know you are in Las Vegas right now, but you were somewhere this weekend.
Yeah. So we left Saturday morning and we drove to Nolanville, Texas to stay at Joey and Terry Vondren's house there in Nolanville. And we went to the bookstore barbershop and I dropped off an Honest Amish display for Lupe and Nikki. And they were super thrilled about it. So if you're in the Killeen, Texas area, you can go to the bookstore barbershop and you can now get Honest Amish there. Also in 3,000 Walgreens stores. Don't forget that. So keep looking up Walgreens and buying our stuff there because, we appreciate it. What else? So, so we were in Nolanville and then Monday morning. I thought it was Sunday morning. And we drove all the way to Vegas. It was an 18-hour drive. And then, that was Monday. And then was it Monday night? You texted me and you're like, hey, who's on the show? I was like, it is Monday. I literally thought it was Sunday for sure. So we figured that out. And we got the Wilsons. We're all set. But so we got out here last night. We just kind of drove around today, took some pictures at the sign, the world famous Welcome to Vegas sign.
Saw that on Facebook.
And then, just cruised around a little bit. What else?
Do it. Yeah.
Listen to Russ. He said, hit that like button.
No, he didn't. He just says, hit like, pray.
Hit like this. Like. And then that's it. Today's kind of been a chill day. We might go cruise around after the show. And then tomorrow, I think we're going to go to a couple
Hoover Dams.
We might. So we talk about the Hoover Dam every time we come here, and we have yet to go.
You know what they have there, right?
A giant dam.
That's where they keep Megatron, NDE-1.
Inside of the Hoover Dam.
That was the whole purpose of it, because it's the concrete's so thick, it does not let the energon escape from it, so the Decepticons can't find them. Saw this on TV once. It's got to be true.
We're gonna go watch the Transformers movie tomorrow. Now,
okay. Would you want my?
Yeah. So we kind of talked about this a little bit. We'll get to you, Wilsons. We see you. But let's. We're
hear just making sure that you're all everything's working good for a few minutes before we bring you in, and don't fail on us. But anyways,
Jason says go do the damn tour. So tell me what you think about the new Transformers movie, because that is definitely, we're thinking about going to see 2 or 3 movies on Wednesday at a dinner theater thing and just eat and watch movies all day and chill. And that is definitely on the list. So what do you think?
So I'm a huge Transformers guy. Being a little kid, I loved the cartoon, but then Transformers was my whole introduction into comic books. I was into comic books a lot when I was a kid, but I don't know what it was about the Transformer comic books by Marvel. I just ate it up, and that was all I cared about growing up, and of course the toys and stuff. And I remember how excited I was when the original Transformers movie came out, and I really like Sam Witwicky. I just love that first movie, and I even love the second and the third movie with him in there. It's a good storyline, but then once, they brought in Marky Mark, they're still good, but they're just a little too big, too long.
A little less good.
Yeah. And then I've tried to watch the Bumblebee movie a ton of times, and I cannot get into it.
I like the Bumblebee movie. I thought it was cool. I enjoyed it, but I'm with you on the Marky Mark movies. It was good, but it was definitely less good than the originals for sure.
So I heard just a little reviews here and there, go check it out. It's it's trying to be very throwbacky, and it takes place in 1994.
The new one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it does not have anything to do with any of the other movies.
It's just his own, they started over.
Yeah, pretty much. There's only one thing in there and I did not see Bumblebee, but I think there's one part in the movie that does a little throwback to that movie, and
Okay.
it's so obvious that they're talking about it, but I never saw it, so I don't know. But I'm not a big fan of the main character guy that's in the movie, and just how everything all kind of falls into place with the movie. It's just kind of, I don't know. It's good. It's like a fun movie for 2 hours and 15 minutes or whatever.
I mean, the
And
trailer looked badass. Like
yeah,
it looks super good from the trailer. I think from just the trailer, it looks like one of the best ones. But
yeah,
I mean,
I really totally
the
dig.
trailer.
Yeah, I dug like the special effects are really good, and I really like the way like as compared to the other Transformer movies, like the action sequences are so fast that everything just kind of blurs together, and it's just like a blob of like metal monsters. This one was done in a way better way where it's like a little bit slowed down and you can really see the action and the
Them
moving.
fighting, yeah.
And especially when they transform too, like it's like real, like very, I can't even think of the word, but like you can tell, like it's like more like this is a car and it turns into a robot. Like still, they look like the old from the original movies. They still look the same as that, but it's still cool because they're like more classical cars of the 90s and stuff, which is really cool. But the best part for me, and I'm super excited for the next one, is the way it ends.
Nice. So they set it up for the next one.
Dude, it is. And like I said, if you're a fan of the comics, this is like a super deep dive into the comics and super exciting.
Well, I mean, it sounds good. Like you've sold it really, but you know, I don't know. I think that's what we might do tomorrow. And I'll also have a review. There you go.
Wow.
Scott was in his mid-40s when the original Transformers came out.
That would be putting me into my late 70s now. Thank you.
Well, I bet you feel like it sometimes.
All right. So now our guests are stable.
They are stable. They are ready. They're thumbs up. They're on deck. So let's make this happen, Scott Sykora. Are you ready?
Aaron, tell us who's going to be on the show tonight.
Tonight, we have Chris and Corey Wilson, better known as the Wilsons, you know, because it's the something. But yeah, it'll be the Hoosier Beard Alliance Charity Bowling Bash presented by Honest Amish. It'll be happening in the Eastown Recreation Center in Jasper, Indiana on July 15th. This is amazing. We're going to find out all about this bowling bash with the Wilsons. What's up, guys?
Hi.
Oh, hey.
Well, hi.
What happened to your previous technology?
We live in the middle of nowhere. So
we are 3 weeks away in Southern Indiana from getting fiber optic internet. So we're super excited, but we're basically sitting on top of our router right now.
Well, internet is coming to Indiana, Scott. Did you hear that?
Yeah. It didn't help too that you were probably running 2 phones or 2 computers simultaneously to stream, because we're looking down. We're like, wow, they're trying to do like 3D. We're going to have people wear 3D glasses because we're going to put you up there. And people will be thinking you're coming right through their screens.
We're good. We're good now.
Andrew Madsen wants to know if you're on dial-up still.
No. Thank God.
Yeah, we're on
whatever
satellite.
AOL users.
Ooh, satellite internet. That's worse.
Yeah.
So when Natalie and I very first got married, we were on satellite internet, and we didn't have, it was like limited. You know, you could only have so much data for the day or whatever. And our neighbor was using it because we didn't have a Wi-Fi password on it. Had no idea. They're just like, oh, we've been using your internet. We're like, no, yeah, that's cool. That's why we run out of internet every day. But now we have regular internet because we live in town. The end.
I'm telling you, July 11th, DuBois County is coming up. We're excited.
Is that when it goes like active?
Yeah.
So they've
could
already
postponed this whole bowling event for a few more weeks, so we could have had you guys on the show and not mess up the whole signal. I mean,
we'll have internet for the bowling event, so you guys are lucky.
So everyone's welcome to come to the Wilsons' house and try out their new internet on July 15th. This is exciting.
We
Well,
have
come on
someone here
over.
that knows you guys. Christy Cottom says she knows who you guys are.
That's my sister.
Oh, hey, sister.
Oh, hi.
All right. So Chris and Corey Wilson, let's just rewind this whole thing. This is something we'd like to do, and I'm sure everyone's kind of, seen this before, but look, what got you started in this entire beard journey? Like, go all the way, the very, very beginning.
So I was actually bartending at the bowling alley, and Corey sent me a picture of Wayne Patmore and the club that he was involved in. And she's like, we've been looking for something to do with charity. Maybe you should do this. And
did you have any facial hair at this point?
I had like this little, it wasn't even.
He had a goatee.
He had a goatee. He was a smart man.
Smart guy, and look at you now.
I know, right?
It's all downhill after that.
So I started growing a beard and started doing charity work. I kind of like to, Aaron wasn't aware of this, but one of the first people I met in the bearding community was Aaron Johnston.
Never heard of him.
I was down at Louisville for the pre-party for
Whiskermania.
Whiskermania. And I was sitting at a little table by myself, had no idea what I'd gotten myself into. I'd walked in, I was looking around. Here's all these people over here. I got this little scraggly scruff on my face. And then, I look over and there's like Aaron Johnson's there, Mark Burns is there. All these people that I'd been looking at on the internet. And then here comes Aaron Johnston. He strolls right over. He goes, hey, you here for this bearding event? And I'm like, yes. And he took me right over and started introducing me to people. And that kind of lit the fire under me. And I realized quickly that it was an opportunity to meet all these great people. I knew it had to do with charity, but until we did this full time, I did not realize how charity wrapped it was. And that's the reason we do it today. It's all about the charity.
It's kind of like pigs in a blanket.
Absolutely.
Right.
Exactly what I was going to say, word for
all
word.
The good stuff.
So what got you to that very first event? Like, why did you go to that very first beard competition? Was it solely to check it out, or
you heard you were going to be there, Aaron?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was going to be there.
I didn't know who was going to be there, but it was close to home. We live about an hour from Louisville, and I had been talking to Wayne Patmore, and he said this was something we needed to check out. And so I only made the pre-party, but that was whoa.
Yeah, that's directed right to you.
Mm-hmm.
But
we appreciate it.
But it was I only made it to the pre-party. I ended up finishing second. I got some little trophy thing and this weird goatee.
That was the world championship fancy hat soul patch contest.
The soul patch contest. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I forgot about that. So it was that.
Yes, it was this.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my first bearding trophy ever. Was that little soul patch thing? Yes.
Fancy hat soul patch.
He was hooked after that. So he started competing then right away in 2019. And then I started competing. I kind of watched for a few years because I wasn't sure. I have like crazy high anxiety. So I was like, I don't think I could ever do that. And I kind of threw myself in there for Sasquatch in 2021. Okay. And I've been competing randomly ever since then too. So yeah, we've had a great time.
Okay, so I have a question, and this is serious. I'm not joking around or anything, but okay, so you said you kind of have like high anxiety and so do you feel that this has like kind of opened you up and kind of made other things in your life a little bit easier?
I definitely do. I feel like since I'm surrounded by my bearding family when I do compete, you just kind of embrace that, and all the craziness goes with it. And I know everybody gets super, well, I'm sure that you guys don't get super nervous, but I know I get like,
right.
I see all the craziness that goes on with Whiskerinas. So I can only speak from that side of things. But I feel like being around, I'm in a community that loves me and supports me so much that even if you have 400 people in the room, you know, that core 25 to 30 people that are going to put you first no matter what, and that are going to be your number one cheerleader no matter what. And I feel like that pushes me to be able to get in front of those other 200 to 300 people or what have you, and to do the things. And a lot of times you get on stage and you've got great MCs there that kind of walk you through it. We get to have Taxi Phil a lot, which is perfect for us because he's a huge supporter of us. So I feel like that has boosted my confidence, not only in the bearding community, but in my everyday life too. So it's been really good for me. It's been a coping, like like part of my learning and how to cope with it. So yeah, absolutely.
And that's specifically why I asked that question, because I mean, even with me, like when I first started out, like I don't like crowds. I don't like being around people. And I've realized that over time of doing the show, like I've become a better speaker. And then kind of how that applies to my like real job out in the real world, dealing with customers, and how much more like better spoken I can be, or explain things much better than I used to. Cause I think about like speaking in public a lot more, and it doesn't bother me like it used to. So definitely being part of the beard community is really, I know for fact for Aaron, like he
100%.
used to be super like walls
dude,
up
I couldn't
kind of
do
guy. And now he's
anything.
like,
It's wild. I'm emceeing a beer competition this weekend, and would have never imagined. And yeah, Natalie said just now, she's like, she used to have panic attacks every time she went on stage, and you know, she still gets nervous, and as do I, but it's a much more calming. I know how to handle the nervousness, I guess. But
you don't
first.
You don't realize how therapeutic, like, I mean, because you don't realize it until you have a conversation like this, really. Like, oh yeah, well, I guess I didn't realize, like, oh, I feel so much more relaxed around these people. And it translates into the real world so much better. So congratulations on that. That makes me feel really good that, you know, realizing that so many people are getting way more out of this than, you know, just doing charity events. They're growing personally, which is a really cool thing.
Absolutely.
And for me, I've
you just get naked. That's your thing.
I just get naked. I mean, you know,
not shy.
I'm not shy at all. But I've been working with the public for a while, and in my bartending gig, and so this is actually an extension of my personality, and but I mean, at the same time, it also helps because, you know, you're able to make those connections with those people, and let's just be honest, this bearding community, that's what it's about. It's about the connections that you make, and helping each other out, raise money for the charities that we're passionate about, and without doing this bearding, I don't know if my life would be as rewarding as it is. You know, I mean, I'm very, very blessed, and I'm very, very blessed that my wife enjoys it as much as I do, because I know there's guys out there whose wives are like, oh, you're doing that again, you know. But luckily my wife took off winning right away, so that made her enjoy it, and I won too, and got to be the guy that carried the glitter box. So it's all good.
Well, you know what? I understand that one as well. I've definitely wheeled the glitter box or whatever several times. And Andrew said that the weirdest moment for him was behind the curtain in Gatlinburg, where he saw too much. This goes back to Chris Wilson getting naked on stage. This was one of the first times that, you know, obviously we had met in passing and handshakes and stuff, but this was like, that event in Gatlinburg was the first time we all kind of really hung out for real. And then I thought you were going to be like this kind of quiet, shy dude. And here you are, the sexy beard contest. You get out there in your Speedo. I was like, what the hell is happening right now?
I had on the perfect underwear. It was an Eagle charity. I had Eagle underwear on.
I mean,
I couldn't pass up the opportunity. My wife was supportive until people recognized me on the street.
So what did you think about that, Corey? Was that like a new thing in y'all's relationship about, Chris getting naked on stage?
Yeah, I never really thought he would do that in public. And it wasn't so bad when I figured it was kind of like an isolated incident. And then we found out later that there were bloggers there that actually put that on their blog. And I was like, are you kidding?
Oh, I saw him on at least 2 YouTube videos about that event for sure.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Some people still call him the Eagle.
As they should. As they should. You should just get a giant eagle tattooed across your whole back.
Yeah.
Too much.
Okay, so you found bearding, you went to your first event, then Corey started getting involved. So then you got involved with a beard club, and now you've got the Hoosier Beard Alliance. How did all that kind of come together? What caused you to create the Hoosier Beard Alliance? And not so many ways.
Well, for me, for my own personal experience, I'd gotten involved in a couple different beard clubs, and the first one I got involved in was not very women inclusive, and so I wanted my wife to enjoy this with me, and so we moved to another beard club that was more inclusive. But we don't. I'll just be honest. We don't like to follow rules. We like to make our own rules, and so we just decided that it was best for us to go ahead and start our own club. We already had a core group. Our club is built around a group of people and a family of people who all have the same idea. We all live fairly close in the same area. And so we took that core group and luckily our members from our previous club joined us, and we decided to form the Hoosier Beard Alliance.
And here you are, the Hoosier Beard Alliance.
Yeah.
Gosh.
And Aaron, here they are.
They're right here as the Hoosier Beard Alliance. Got Sykora.
Right here.
We are going to highlight their event here shortly. Scott Sykora. Look at that.
We were very fortunate that we aligned with the Patmores because Wayne had been in the bearding community for so long. So he's been a phenomenal president for us. And Stacy's our secretary who does, 85% of our club work. And so we're very, very lucky that we aligned with them. And our group has been going strong since 2020, even though we just rebranded. So, yeah.
Yeah, we're excited to see your bowling event and everything that's gonna look like. So why did you all decide to do a bowling event instead of the traditional beard competition? What was that thought process like?
The previous group we were involved in, part of our charter was that we were not encouraged to do bowling or bearding events, beard competitions.
So you were looking for something else.
So we decided to look for an alternative. And I have been working at Eastown Recreation for 13 years. I've worked the front counter, the back. I've been a bartender for almost 10 of those 13 years. And so we just recently got new ownership, and they're looking for ideas to fill the bowling center. And so I approached them and talked to them. I'm like, how do you feel about doing a charity bowling tournament? And they got all excited about it. So then we took it to the club and we discussed it. And we just want to do something where we can still raise money for charity, but it becomes more of a hangout. I mean, it's where you can come and yes, we're going to have trophies and all of this, but at the end of the day, it's all about hanging out. And
that's what most of these events are anyway. It's just a big family reunion type thing these days. So might as well just get together as a family and then bowl.
Absolutely. Right? Absolutely. And it worked out for us because we have a facility. The facility has everything we need there. It has food available. It has alcohol, and it has big heavy balls you can throw at things. So it works out. I mean, you know.
Are y'all? Go ahead.
Oh, so I know from experience in the past, when I used to live in Cleveland and be part of Beards of the Old Northwest, we used to do every year I think we did it for 3 or 4 years. We would do like a similar thing. We'd do like a beard club related like bowling outing, and we would meet up with the team we do the Cleveland guys, and then we meet up with the guys from Pittsburgh, and then we would meet up with the guys from Youngstown. It was like this big triangle, and we'd meet in a central location, and we would always do it around Christmas, and we would do like Toys for Tots, like toy drives. Aaron and Natalie would come up and help the night before, and we would all get together. We'd bring all of our toys, and then just to celebrate, all the 3 clubs we would mix everyone up on different lanes, and then we'd bowl for a few hours. And that was such a satisfying way to like really get to know people a little bit better, because at beard competitions, everyone's like worried about, oh, we got to look good. And, you know, there's so many moving parts and different things going on. But at the bowling alley, it's just super laid back, chill, and hang out with your friends. And then on top of that, you know, getting mixed up with people from other clubs and stuff, you know, you get to talk to different members of the clubs that you normally wouldn't get to talk to. So it expands everything even more, makes everyone closer, and it just brings the community together like a lot stronger than it would maybe at a beard competition. So I'm totally for these types of events, and I think they're awesome, and I think there should be more of them.
I feel the same way. I think that's something that sometimes we have a tendency to forget, is that we're one big family. We're, absolutely, you know, I mean, it's nothing to travel hundreds of miles and see people and have those people hug your neck. And I mean, that's what it's about. It's about family. And why not do an event where that's the focus, is the hanging out and having that companionship, and then at the same time raising some money.
Yeah, it doesn't always have to be a beard competition. I mean, yeah, we all have the beard thing in common and we like that. But yeah, I mean, it could be anything, like a bowling thing, or it could be a cornhole thing, or it could be just a camp out or something for the weekend, or you know, anything. And
or a bearded prom.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Did you see this at the bottom, Scott? Fast and the Furious, Olive Garden, and bearding. It's all about family. I mean, I like it.
I kind of like the idea of doing something different too, because it also allows you to compete against people that you don't normally compete against. Like, I'm in a Whiskerina category. Chris is a whaler. Like, we've never competed in anything but those things. But if you're bowling, you're competing against everyone. So, you know, you could be good or bad at it. We've got some great trophies for if you're not great or if you're wonderful. It puts you on a different playing field with your competitors too. So if you're really out there to compete at this event, you're in a whole new ball game.
Because you can come compete and be actually good at bowling, and then you can just dominate. But most of us, I feel, probably won't be competitive bowling scores. But maybe we'll have a ringer show up. Scott Sykora used to bowl 300s all the time. He may show up. You never know.
And I tell you what, though, too, it probably like drops the stress level too of like, you know, hey, you know, Aaron's always terrified that I'm going to beat him at a competition.
Always.
So like,
and in bowling, it doesn't matter. Who cares? It's just bowling.
It's like,
I'll let him win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if you're normally a freestyle guy, this is going to be great for you. If you're normally a Whiskerina, you're not scrubbing Prozade off your face that day. So I
mean, you can, right? Is that it's
you
still
can.
Not frowned upon that a Whiskerina shows up as a Whiskerina, and a freestyle person could still be a freestyle and bowl. If you
absolutely can, but we're not giving trophies for that. We have about
but you still can if you want.
Yeah.
Andrew says maybe even Whaler or Chops could finally win at something.
I know. Finally,
Wow.
Chris, you can do it. You worked there, so you're probably a super
he's
good
probably
bowler.
super good.
You practice every day. You've been
No.
waiting for this opportunity.
I've worked there 13 years and bowled 5 times.
Liar. You bowl
No,
every day.
no,
This is
no,
your
it's
story.
true
You're like,
story.
I only bowled. This is my first time. What is that?
Whoa, I'm a whaler.
Yeah, true story. I am a horrible bowler. I make a hell of a mixed drink, but I don't throw a ball down a lane. That's not my thing.
Okay, speaking of that, you brought up the drinks again. I was going to touch on that. Do you have any food or drink specials that are going to be at the bowling alley for your bowling event on that Saturday?
I am not for sure on that. They're still working on that
Okay.
aspect of it, but I am sure that there will be something as far as food and drink specials. I do know that we do have a full complement and a full kitchen.
Mhm.
We do have a full bar. We have a lot of different types of selections, everything from burgers to pizzas. Our pizzas are number one. I would suggest our pizzas.
That was going to be my question. What is your favorite food item that you all sell?
Pizza.
And funnel cake fries.
Pizza and funnel cake fries.
What do you mean funnel cake fries?
They're shaped like a fry, but they're actually a funnel cake. We deep fry and pour powdered sugar on them.
This is
And
amazing.
You dip them in a caramel, strawberry, or a chocolate sauce,
Wow, this
or
is
all three of them if you want to.
It's like, this is amazing. This is why you should have led with that. That needs to be the advertisement for your event. Just that, like, Hoosier Beard Alliance bowling bash, but just that, just that
funnel cake fries.
We also have Chris's famous wieners.
Yeah, Natalie.
Are they like Vienna sausages?
They're a large deep fried hot dog.
They're really good. They taste like bacon.
They're really good. They're really good. So
what you're trying to say is you're like a tripod.
What I'm saying is, well, what I'm saying is, they've got girth. They've got girth and they're deep fried. They're very good.
I mean, they have girth and they're deep fried. I mean, you can't go wrong with that.
True story.
That is Corey's favorite kind of wieners. Girthy, deep fried wieners.
All right. So from wieners to wiener dogs, let's talk about how you've made this bowling event into a type of charity. Let's talk a little bit about the medical mutts aspect to this whole thing. What's going on with that?
Medical Mutts is a organization out of Indianapolis, Indiana, and what they do is they train service dogs for the state of Indiana.
The whole state, like the actual state.
Yeah, for whoever needs them in the state of Indiana, and we visited their facility, and the way they operate is they are the dogs that they use to raise service dogs are rescue animals. They go into the local shelters and evaluate the dogs, and they bring them back to the facility and they train them, and then they are linked up with whoever needs them. They have everything from diabetic dogs to anxiety dogs to your simple hand dogs that help you retrieve things. I mean, they're trained for everything. It's a pretty awesome organization.
I don't know. This sounds like it's a pyramid scheme, or looks
That's what
like
it looks like right there. Pyramid scheme of dogs.
Oh goodness. Wow.
You get this dog, and then you get 2 dogs to work underneath you, right?
And then you get
those
3
dogs
to work
are
under
making
those
money
dogs.
for you, and then the top
Wow.
dog doesn't have to do anything anymore, right?
But we
top dog?
went and visited their facility. They're a very well organized organization. They train multiple dogs at a time. And the ones that do not make the program, they actually still train those to a point, and then those dogs are actually available for adoption. So you can
That's
basically
cool.
get a behavior trained dog.
That was going to be my question. I'm like, what happens to the dogs that don't make the cut? What happened to those guys?
They
Such
and
a
they-
minor, Aaron.
They train everything from the largest dog to Chihuahuas. I mean, they train everything. Yeah, they had a dog there that was called Bullet that was looked like a mix of a wiener dog and something else. So I don't
Always
know.
back to the wieners.
Always back to the wieners with you, Chris.
Let's not highlight that.
We're going to. So yeah, that's a super cool charity.
But yeah, so with our bowling tournament, if you don't want to bowl, that's fine. Friday night, we're actually having a trivia night. So where's
the trivia night going to be? Same place?
Same location. It's going to be at Eastown Recreation Center. So you can sign up for that on our page. I did link it into the comments there. The bowling tournament is actually going to be true crime, or the trivia is actually going to be true crime trivia. So it's going to be something kind of different. So we're excited about that. That's going to be kind of our Friday night pre-party. If you're not big on trivia, don't want to kind of do something like that, or true crime isn't your thing, we're also having karaoke from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. So just lots of different opportunity Friday night there to come and enjoy the camaraderie of each of all the clubs and everyone that's coming to attend. Chris and I will be bartending on Friday night together there. So we'll be able to see everybody and get everybody all settled in and excited for Saturday's bowling tournament.
And if there's ever a night to tip, that will be the night, because we're going to take our tip money and turn it back over to the charity. So
you should get like one of those big buckets and just put the charity stuff all over it and just pass it around.
I mean, and that night will probably be a lot of opportunity to mingle with the public, which is another thing that this event is really about. Bowling is pretty big in our community, and karaoke and trivia nights are huge in our community. So it will be an opportunity for you not only to sing your ass off or talk about true crime, but you'll get to actually mingle with the public, because I feel that's very important in our communities. Mm-hmm. Is that we get out and we actually meet those individuals who are in our community, so they understand it more than just the fact that we've got big beards and compete. So
that's been your main focus is really trying to get the local community to show up to this event.
Absolutely. I've been handing out flyers for months because I want the local community to come in and meet. I want them to meet the Aarons and Scotts and Jason Underhill and I want them to meet all of these individuals who are part of our community. That way they understand exactly what it is about.
Well, and how cool would it be that this could become an annual thing that just gets exponentially bigger every year, and it could potentially turn into like a weekend tournament where it's like you do it, it just so many people want to be involved with it, and you guys are just taking in hand over fist of money for these charities and stuff like that. I mean, how great could that be that you could be raising $25,000-$30,000 for a charity by just doing a bowling event, as compared to like if you threw a small bar room beard competition where you're bringing in like $1,500. I mean,
who
sky's
knows?
the limit on this.
Right.
I mean, there is a lot of potential here, and that was one of the things that we considered when we were talking about this was once you get local interest and everything, and we have connections with a lot of the PBA 50, which is the older PBA bowlers and things like that. So once you start getting an interest in stuff like this, I mean, the sky's the limit. I mean, and that's what we're looking to do. So
How exactly is this tournament going to work on Saturday?
Saturday, the doors will open at noon.
Okay.
If you are not pre-registered, we will have a registration table. The cost is going to be either $25 per person or $100 for a team.
Okay.
It'll be a 4-person team. We have 20 lanes, so we're hoping to, fill all 20 lanes.
Do you have the whole bowling alley?
We have the whole bowling center. Yes.
Okay.
The tournament will go from 1 to 5-ish. It's all according to how people bowl and things like that. If it goes a little over, it's okay. And then
that's already good. Those are good numbers already.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
First event.
Yeah. So, and we're also going to have, during the bowling event, we're going to have a raffle table. We're going to have 50-50s. We're going to pass out a theme prize. So when you come and bowl, get a costume. Let's have a theme. I mean, it's going to be really interesting. It's going to be really fun and exciting.
I'm excited to see how it all is going to play out. I think it's super cool. I'm absolutely excited that we're doing something different than just another beer competition. Nothing wrong with beer competitions, but I think it's cool to do something different. That's one thing that we really implemented when we were doing pub nights with Holy City, where everybody was just doing bar after bar after bar. It's like let's go do like bowling or something just to change it up. And I'm all for this idea. I think it's cool. I think anybody that's in, Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, even up in Michigan and stuff, y'all come to Jasper in a few weeks because it's going to be a good time, I think.
There is a hotel block. There's several different hotels in our area. The Hampton Inn has a hotel block for the bearding. Basically, they're giving us like off-peak season pricing. So that's an option. There is hotels in our area, like just minutes away from the bowling alley. So there's accommodations there too.
Hotels everywhere.
There are, because we're really close to Holiday World, the amusement park. So a lot of people
in Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Right.
But a lot of people come to Jasper and actually stay in Jasper to go to Holiday World. So
yeah. And if you've ever wanted to go to Holiday World, maybe that would be the end of your trip on Sunday. Go hang out at Holiday World. So it's only like 25 minutes from us. So
all right, real quick, tell us a little bit, because Stu wanted to talk about this real quick. The Timmy
White Shoes pin.
White Shoes.
There he is, Stu. Don't forget the pins. So
Stu's the one that came up with the idea for the Timmy White Shoes pins, and it's going to be an exclusive pin that you have to be at the event to get. So it's one that, clubs are wanting to highlight members of other clubs and kind of shine a spotlight on that. And Timmy White Shoes was someone who's kind of been near and dear to our club's heart. So Stu came up with the idea to do a commemorative pin for him, and he made it all happen. And if you want one, you have to be at our event to get one.
I love it.
So is he going to wear white bowling shoes if he shows up?
We don't know.
We don't know, but I would almost put money on it.
They do have some really nice, fancy white bowling shoes for sure.
We would probably let him bowl in whatever white shoes he shows up in.
Gosh, I haven't seen Timmy I'm trying to remember. I think it was Monsters Ball. That was the COVID one that we went to, Aaron. And I remember hanging out with him and someone else. We were out in the parking lot, just talked for like what felt like hours. He's such an awesome guy. I really, really, all those Cincinnati guys are just awesome.
I had to laugh because when he showed up and as a Chops, that was probably one of the weirdest things I'd ever seen, because he went from having that fantastic mustache and then he showed up as Chops, and I was
he loves the Chops look.
He does.
Like those short chops. I hate to say this, but it actually looked pretty cool on him. So
it does, and I think a lot of it has to do with the facial hair color that he has. The way I mean, it looks amazing on him. So and he loves it. So
good for him. Don't you go Chops.
no, that's not gonna happen.
Chris will always be a whaler. That's for sure.
Such a shame. You're wasting such a beautiful face for a goatee.
We'll see. We'll see what happens in the future. But as of current, Chris has always competed as a whaler. So
this is awesome. All right. It looks like we've lost Aaron. So, all right. Closing thoughts. What is there anything else anyone needs to know about this event that we haven't discussed yet?
I just just want to reach out. We still need lane sponsors. Those are $100. We also have a deal set up where you can sponsor anything you want to in the bowling alley. If you want to sponsor TV, you can sponsor TV, anything to bring in more money for this charity. But like I said, we're still looking for some lane sponsors and things like that. So, you can hit us at www.thebeardalliance.com or the HoosierBeardAlliance.com. And there's a link on there. You can, register your team. You can register for trivia. You can become a sponsor. So
are you guys going to be doing like a 50-50 raffle or anything?
Yes. And we are also going to have a raffle table as well. We've got some pretty cool items for that. So
yeah, our club, all of the members of our club have been working very great as a team to get a whole bunch of donations. So I think the raffle table will be kind of impressive too. So, but yeah, definitely 50-50 and raffle table. We have a few vendors at our event as well. Some local vendors, Bearded Flamingo, who's, the Instrums are part of our club, but they are pumping out some great stuff. So they'll be vending there as well. Like I said, you have to be there to get a Timmy pin. So make the trip to come and get a Timmy pin. Bearded Flamingo is doing all the prizes for the True Crime Trivia. So we're looking forward to what they're coming out with for those prizes too. But yeah, come and do something different with us.
So here's another question. I know this might sound like a dumb question, but it's relevant to some people and some events. But cash. Are you guys cash only at this event, or do you guys take cards and stuff like that?
We'll take whatever you got, except for your children.
Right.
And that's still negotiable. Maybe. Maybe, but
no, it is. We do cash and credit. We do have the ability to run tabs in the bar and things like that as well. So there's no issues there.
And there's an ATM on site.
And there's an ATM on site as well if you want to use cash.
Yeah.
So there's no excuses. You can't use you don't take cash or you don't take cards. Or there's no ATM. There's no excuses.
Yeah. I say that because there are events where it's like cash only and they don't let you know, and you show up at the door and they're like, oh crap, like I didn't have any cash with me. Well, where's the nearest ATM? Well, you got to go down the street. I can think of what is it? You Matter competition. It's that way. There's no ATM on site. It's, the vendors will take cards through their, squares or whatever. But if you want to pay cash for anything, you got to run down the street to the local bank, take out, $50, $100, and then come back. And if you want to buy drinks or whatever, that's how you pay for it. So, but that's why I asked that question, because it is relevant to some events. And
yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And like I said, we're very blessed with the facility that we have. We have plenty of parking. We have plenty of room, cash, credit card, whatever you want to use. And I mean, like I said, the hotels are within reasonable distance. So yeah, we're just come to Jasper and hang out with us in a small town at a small town bowling alley and have a good time.
I'm so excited about this event. It's going to be so much fun. And yeah, just like you said, everybody come to Jasper, Indiana. Come bowling on the 15th. Wilsons, thank you for all of the amazing information. And I hope your event is an overwhelming success and you can build on it for future years.
Well, thank you so much for having us. And you
Absolutely.
have been the highlight of our evening.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
And
Me?
thank you. And yeah, absolutely.
Us. We are the highlights, Scott Sykora.
Highlight.
the
The
highlight.
highlight.
And
We're that
by the way,
kid
thank you,
magazine.
Honest Amish, for the sponsorship. We greatly appreciate that. You guys
You're very
jumping on
welcome.
board and taking care of us.
No problem. Happy to help. And yeah, we'll see you in a couple weeks, I guess. Yeah, what, 3 weeks away ish.
3 weeks away. Yeah, 3 week ish. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you very much. And like I said, see ya.
see ya.
Bye.
Good luck.
Everybody, go to Jasper, Indiana to the Hoosier Beard Alliance Charity Bowling Bash on July 15th. That was a lot of good information. And I'm back, Scott Sykora.
You're back. Yeah. Russ, question. He says, will Talking Beards follow up with the results? We'll talk about the event afterwards because it is such a great, unique, and fun event that, we'll definitely have to talk about it. And hopefully Aaron takes lots of pictures. We can
I'll
upload some
get some
pictures
good
and
ones.
show everyone what kind of fun time they had. So,
and we'll have Talking Beards, the team there. It'll be me, Natalie, Andrew, and Ray Norcross will be filling in for Scott Sykora because he's in Texas.
He's my doppelganger.
Y'all are basically the same person. That's what we said. We were like, who looks just like Scott Sykora? And me and Natalie at the same time, Ray Norcross.
Yeah.
So no one will even know you're not there, Scott, because your twin is in action for you.
So good. I mean, I couldn't have someone better represent me.
You could have had anyone. Poor Ray. I hope he's watching. Anyway, yeah,
We love you, Ray.
I'm back in time to sign
Say
off.
goodbye.
Say goodbye. So yeah, I'm Aaron D. Johnston. Thank you everybody for watching tonight. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Go to honestamish.com and order all those products. Use Talking Beards promo code there in the checkout. You'll save 15% off your order. And yeah, go ahead, Scott. There it is.
Yeah, and don't everyone forget to also go to thebeardcalendar.com, check out all the upcoming events, and also go to our YouTube page to check out the June Beard calendar. So if you guys are looking for events in the month of June, that's where you want to go, either there or to thebeardcalendar.com. So thank you, everyone. Also, don't forget, I know I'm telling people to do so many things.
All the things. Keep telling them.
All the things. But if you're really interested, go to talkingbeards.com. You can find out a little bit more about the show. You can check out older episodes, the archives there. And when you go into the archives, you have the old versions of the podcast and videos. So there's so much content there that goes back for 8 years. And as we're fast approaching episode 300 in
2 more.
Yeah, a couple more. So thank you everyone for tuning in. We want to thank the Wilsons for joining us. Hopefully their event goes awesome. I'm really excited for them. I'm really excited to hear how it turns out.
Me too.
And thank you everyone for that was in the chat room with us. And we hope everyone has an awesome night.
Yeah, and one last thing. If you're in the Reno, Nevada area, come to the Best in the West Beard Festival this upcoming weekend. Yeah, me and Natalie will be co-emceeing together. It'll be an all-day event. So if you're going to come, just come hang out, bring a lawn chair, come sit up at our booth. I know there'll be a couple other beard club booths that are right in a row. So just come hang out all day. Go ahead, Scott.
Why do you call them lawn chairs? I can't remember the last time I've seen someone put them in their lawn. Usually they're on the deck.
They are definitely going to be on the lawn in Wingfield Park in Reno, Nevada. So these are back to being lawn chairs.
Have a great week, Stephanie says.
You too, Stephanie. And everyone, you also have a great week, a great night, and thank you for watching another fabulous episode of Talking Beards.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Aaron and Scott have left the building.
We're out of here. We're gone.